Hi, I'm Jerry Terrence, AKA JT. Just call me JT. If you see me in the lobby of the church, just wave and say JT. A lot easier to remember. I did the typical, I was saved, I was baptized, and then I spent decades primarily just checking boxes. I wasn't a real Christian. I didn't have a relationship with God like I should have. I didn't follow through with being saved and being baptized. And, I would go to church, I would check all the boxes. I would, check into church once a month and, tithe and all the stuff that you're supposed to do. But I never picked up a Bible and read it, got to know Him. All the stuff that I should have been doing, I didn't do. And this went on for decades. And throughout that time period, I would feel poking. I would feel a nudge, hey JT, I'm not finished. And I would just push it away. I got this, I can do this. Sometimes God will take you and He will put you by yourself so that He can spend some time with you. Such is the case with me. And I wanted to set this up because this is primarily, it's important that you understand that that's exactly what He did to me. I lost everything. I lost cars, I lost money, I lost houses, I lost my wife, I lost everything. And He put me in a season by myself. So during my season with God, I kept praying for three prayers. None of it materialistic. I didn't want cars, I didn't want a house, I didn't want a new job, any of that. It all had to do with relationships and fixing relationships and forgiveness. And this was stuff that I was working on my kids with, the forgiveness. This was when I would call them and talk to them about forgiveness. Finally, I had enough. And I said, God, I'm tired of it. This has been a year. I became so angry over it. And I said, I asked you to resolve the issue with my kids. It's a relationship issue. This is a softball. Come on, why? It was at that point, it was probably 2 hours later, that I got a text. And I want to read you the text. This is from my ex-wife, who I was texting. She texted me about our 11-year-old son, and he was trying out for the football team. So we're texting, it's just basic stuff about our son. And then she drops this bomb on me. Also, on my birthday, which was like 10 days earlier, I forced myself to go down to Josh's work. Walked in, he saw me, he walked over, he hugged me, he said, "Happy birthday, Mom." We talked for a few minutes, he apologized for things, and so did I. I miss that boy so much. We talked, we're going to resolve all of everything that we had all been praying about. Is going to be resolved. Of course, I couldn't believe that. Of course, I fell to my knees and I was just in shock and awe and shame. I just spouted off to God, and all along the prayer had been answered. It had been done. He had answered the prayer like 10 days before. Everybody knew about it except for me. And I just couldn't believe it. I just fell to my knees and I thanked Him and I cried and I said, thank you. I couldn't believe it. But at that minute, at the very minute that I started acknowledging that He had answered my prayer, He talked to me and He said, Have I not taught you about faith? Have I not taught you about trust? Have I not taught you about it's my time and not your time? Have I not taught you to lay it at the cross, lay it at my feet, give it to me, and I will take care of it? Have I not taught you on how forgiveness works? And these are the lessons that I had been learning this entire year as I had been praying for the very things that he was teaching me. That to me is the biggest blessing of all. Now I can go teach because I've lived it, I've experienced it, I've felt it. It's in me now, and it ain't going anywhere. I love this.